Cristiano Ronaldo has scored a staggering 923 career goals, but he wasn't always this impressive. He was once a very raw talent in his early career, but one man was able to completely transform Ronaldo into the player he is today. Picture this, it's 2003 and a skinny Portuguese kid with a flashy haircut and even flashier footwork steps onto Old Trafford. This is Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's about to embark on a journey that will change football forever. But right now, he's just a raw talent with incredible potential. Ronaldo's arrival at Manchester United was electric. His style was all flair, all the time. Stepovers, flicks and tricks that make your head spin. But here's the thing, the Premier League isn't exactly known for its patience for showboats. It's a league where physicality reigns supreme, and Ronaldo's about as physical as a feather. His teammates weren't exactly thrilled either. Ruud van Nistelrooy, United star striker, was giving Ronaldo the cold shoulder. And can you blame him? Here's this kid holding onto the ball like it's made of gold, when all Ruud wants is a simple pass. But there was one man who saw something special in Ronaldo, Sir Alex Ferguson. Fergie wasn't just looking at the player Ronaldo was, he was seeing the player Ronaldo could become. Like he had a crystal ball, and he saw the potential in Ronaldo. Now don't get me wrong, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Tendency to go down easily everywhere. Opponents hated him, fans of other teams booed him, and even some Manchester United supporters were getting a bit tired of his antics. Ferguson had a choice to make. Does he rein in natural flair, mould him into a more traditional English player, or does he let the kid express himself, even if it means dealing with a fallout? It's the kind of decision that can make or break a young player's career, and Fergie decided to take a gamble. He was going to build the team around this raw talent, and it was a bold move, the kind that separates the good managers from the great ones. Ferguson saw in Ronaldo a future superstar who could redefine what it meant to be a forward in modern football. But here's the kicker, it wasn't an instant success. Not even close. Ronaldo was struggling to find his feet in the rough and tumble of English football. He'd have moments of brilliance, sure, but they were sandwiched between frustrating displays of inconsistency. The 2004-05 season was a roller coaster. He ended the season with 9 goals in all competitions. Not bad for a young player, but not exactly setting the world on fire either. The following season wasn't much different. 12 goals across all competitions showed progress, but Ronaldo still hadn't quite found his groove. But Ferguson kept faith. He saw those flashes of brilliance and knew that with the right guidance, Ronaldo could become something very special. Ferguson worked with the young Portuguese player not just on his physical skills, but on his mental game too. He was teaching Ronaldo how to channel his natural talent, how to use his skills effectively in high pressure environments, and slowly but surely, it started to pay off. Ronaldo began to mature. He was still doing his tricks, still had that flair, but now there was a purpose behind it. He wasn't just showboating for the sake of it. He was using his skills to devastating effect. His decision making improved, his physical strength increased, and suddenly, defenders weren't finding it so easy to knock him off the ball. And as the 2006-07 season approached, there was a sense that something was about to change. Ronaldo had spent 3 years under Ferguson's tutelage, learning, growing, and developing. He'd faced criticism, overcome challenges, and came out the other side stronger. The raw diamond was starting to show its true brilliance. And guess what? That season was about to change everything. This is where things get wild. Remember how Ferguson saw something special in Ronaldo? Or this was the year that everyone else started to see it too. Picture Ronaldo walking into pre-season training. He's not that skinny kid anymore. He's bulked up, he's stronger, he's faster, and there's this look in his eyes. It's like he knows something that we don't. So what did Ferguson do differently this season? Well, the answer was about to shock the football world. Ferguson had been working his magic behind the scenes, rebuilding Ronaldo from the ground up. And this wasn't just the Ronaldo who'd dazzle you with fancy footwork and then disappear. This was Ronaldo 2.0, and he was ready to lock in. He won back-to-back Player of the Month awards in November and December that season. And these awards weren't just personal accolades, they shifted the entire dynamic of the team. Suddenly Manchester United were flying, and Ronaldo was the engine driving them forward. Every game you'd see him terrorising defences, setting up teammates, and scoring goals that made you question the laws of physics. Now you might be thinking, sure, but he can't keep this up. The pressure was mounting, and United were pushing for the title, and all eyes were on Cristiano Ronaldo. Could he handle it? Would he crack? Spoiler alert, he thrived on it. And as the season went on, Ronaldo just kept getting better. Headers, free kicks, long-range screamers, you name it, he was doing it. And it wasn't just about the quantity of goals, it was the quality. Each one seemed more impossible than the last. Remember how we said he bulked up? Well, Ronaldo could now handle the rough and tumble of the Premier League, but his development was also down to Ferguson's tactical genius. He didn't just improve Ronaldo physically, he changed the whole way United played. Quick transitions, exploiting space, it was all designed to get the best out of Ronaldo, and boy did it work. By the end of the season, the numbers were staggering. 17 league goals and 23 goals in all competitions. But it wasn't just about the stats, it was about the impact. Every time Ronaldo touched the ball, You could feel the excitement in the stadium. People weren't just watching a football match, they were witnessing history in the making. As the season wrapped up with United lifting the Premier League trophy, one thing was crystal clear. Ferguson's gamble had paid off big time. He hadn't just improved Ronaldo, he'd unleashed a phenomenon on the football world. And this was just the beginning. This skinny kid from Portugal had transformed into a football force of nature, leaving everyone wonder, what heights could he reach next? The 2007-8 season is where Ronaldo goes from star to supernova. Ferguson had a plan, and it was about to blow everyone's minds. His metamorphosis was underway. No longer confined to the wings, he became a free-roaming menace. Left, right, centre, Ronaldo was everywhere. He was loving it. And this wasn't just about scoring, he was creating too. Ronaldo would drop deep, pick up the ball, and suddenly he's sprinting at defenders like a ball seeing red. He could stop, change direction, and leave those poor defenders looking like they're playing Twister. And when the season kicked off, Ronaldo was just on another planet. He wasn't just beating defenders, he was embarrassing them. Imagine being a fullback thinking you've got him covered and then bang, he's gone. You're left wondering if you should just retire on the spot. Ferguson's tactical genius really shone here. He built a system that made Ronaldo unstoppable. Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez up front. A trio so fluid and so unpredictable. The goals were flowing, but it was more than that. Ronaldo's becoming a leader on the pitch. When the team needed a spark, all eyes turned to him, and boy did he deliver. But could he do it on the biggest stage? The Champions League was calling, and with it came the weight of expectation. Ronaldo had proven himself in the Premier League, but Europe, that's where legends are made. And guess what? Ronaldo stepped up. In those crucial Champions League matches, when the pressure was at its highest, he was at his best. He was scoring goals that made you jump out of your seat, and creating chances out of thin air. This wasn't just a good player anymore. This was a player redefining what it meant to be world class. And by the end of the season, the numbers were mind-blowing. 42 goals in all competitions, with 31 in the Premier League alone. These weren't just stats, they were proof of his transformation. Each goal was a statement. Headers that defied gravity, free kicks that bent physics, and long-range screamers that left goalkeepers frozen. But wait, it gets better. Manchester United didn't just win the Premier League, they conquered Europe too, winning the Champions League final against Chelsea. And Ronaldo was at the heart of it all. His performances were a testament to his growth under Ferguson's guidance. And the accolades? Well, they came pouring in. Ballon d'Or? Yep. European Golden Boot? You bet. And Ronaldo wasn't just the best player in England anymore. He was the best player in the world. And as we looked at Ronaldo lifting trophy after trophy, remember this one thing. This is the player Ferguson always knew he could be. From that skinny kid with too many stepovers to this unstoppable force of nature, it was Ferguson who guided him every step of the way. Ronaldo had matured into a machine, ready to take on the world. And this wasn't just a good season. It was the season where Ronaldo rose like a phoenix, transforming from a talented youngster into a football phenomenon. Ferguson's plan had worked to perfection. And Ronaldo? Well, he was ready to conquer Spain now. As Ronaldo stepped onto Spanish soil, a question hung in the air. Could Ferguson's influence survive in the pressure cooker of Real Madrid? Well, let me tell you, it didn't just survive, it thrived. Ronaldo, now in the famous white kit, faced a whole new set of challenges. But Ferguson's voice was still echoing in his head, shaping his post-United career in ways nobody saw coming. Enter Jose Mourinho, the special one. He took one look at Ronaldo and thought, I can work with this. And work with it he did. Mourinho took Ronaldo to another level. Suddenly Ronaldo's pace and dribbling were causing havoc all over the pitch. And the results? Well, they were mind-blowing. In the 2010-2011 season, Ronaldo netted 40 goals in La Liga alone, more than any other player in the league at that time. This was just the beginning. The next season he finished with 60 goals in all competitions, including a record-breaking 46 in the league, which is just insane. Then Carlo Ancelotti strolled into Real Madrid in 2013. Under Ancelotti, Ronaldo's game evolved even further. He became a more complete forward, getting more involved in build-up play. In the 2013-14 season, Ronaldo bagged 51 goals in all competitions, led Madrid to a Champions League victory, and picked up his third Ballon d'Or. But the evolution didn't stop there. Zidane came in with a different approach. He looked at Ronaldo and thought, how can I keep this guy at his best for the big games? And his solution? Strategic rotation. Zidane put Ronaldo in more central positions, cutting down on his defensive duties. And the result? Well, it was 112 goals in just 114 appearances under Zidane. That is literally FIFA numbers in real life. And you might be thinking, okay, but where was Ferguson's influence in all of this? Well, it's everywhere. That work ethic, the professionalism, and the ability to adapt and evolve, that's all Ferguson 101. And Mourinho himself noticed it. He said that by the time he got to Madrid, Ronaldo had developed into a player with the physical attributes of a gladiator and excellent decision-making skills. That's the result of years of top-notch coaching and mentorship from Ferguson. As Ronaldo hit 30, people started wondering if he could keep it up. But Ronaldo had a secret weapon: the lessons Ferguson taught him about adapting and evolving. So what did he do? He transitioned into more of a central striker. It was like watching a sprinter turn into a marathon runner, but still winning every single race. And this ability to change and grow, that's pure Ferguson. The Scottish manager didn't just teach Ronaldo how to play, he taught him how to learn, how to adapt, and how to stay at the top of his game no matter what. So from Mourinho to Zidane, each manager built on the foundation that Ferguson laid. They all saw the same thing: a player who could adapt, evolve, and dominate. Fast forward to today and Ronaldo's still smashing records. He's obviously aiming for that 1,000 goal record and he's not too far off it. Every achievement traces back to those early days with Ferguson. He didn't just coach Ronaldo, he sculpted a superstar. Ferguson was like a father figure to him, always pushing for excellence. That unstoppable work ethic, winning mentality, and adaptability, well, that's Ferguson's legacy, living through Ronaldo every match. Would Ronaldo be the same player without Ferguson's guidance? No chance. It's like Ferguson saw raw marble and chiseled away to reveal a masterpiece. And that masterpiece is still standing tall, still breaking records, and still amazing us. Ferguson's mentorship didn't just transform talent into stardom, it created a blueprint for excellence. Now, if you enjoyed that, why not watch this next video?